Hello, and welcome to Right Side Broadcasting Network. I'm Liz Willis, and I'm here with my co-host for a live action play of what's going on here in Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July week. Jordan?
Thank you so much, Liz. Yes, we're here in Washington, D.C. As you can see behind me, the beautiful Washington Monument standing tall as the sun is setting over the District of Columbia. It's been an exciting day. You saw us a little bit earlier at the White House. We are now here on the National Mall, just a few hundred yards from where the president will be giving his address tomorrow at the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. The White House is just on the other side of the camera, and as you can see, of course, the Washington Monument behind us. Beautiful day here in D.C., lots of action, as always. Very, very exciting. Bailee, what are your thoughts on this?
Introduce yourself.
I'm Bailee Byers with Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we're really excited to be here today. We're actually here for, technically tomorrow, for the Salute to America Independence Day celebration, so it's going to be a great time here in our nation's capital. There's a lot going on today. We went to the White House. That was fantastic. We got to see the press briefing room. We took some pictures. We talked to some people, so that was a really incredible experience. And now we're right by the Washington Monument. So it's been a really incredible day. There's a lot to look forward to tomorrow. It begins in the morning and will continue on through 7:30 tomorrow night. And then there will be fireworks following that, military flyovers, demonstrations, whole 9 yards. Jordan, what are you most looking forward to tomorrow?
Tell us.
I think, honestly, the flyovers. I'm a huge aviation nerd, so being able to see... I know, I am. Yes, I know. Okay. Secret fact. But to see all the Air Force and military planes and jets and helicopters and Air Force One fly over. The Blue Angels are doing a performance. I saw them way long ago when I was just a small child. So now to see them here among everything else would be very, very cool. It's just awesome. I mean, what a better setting to have Air Force One and Marine One fly over, especially at such like a low altitude. I don't know, it seems like a very unique, cool experience to me, especially with the Blue Angels. Backdrop by the Lincoln Memorial, the American flags, you know, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be an incredible day. Obviously, the president's address will be, I hope, very patriotic and very unifying, a tone that he struck multiple times, whether it's the State of the Union or his inauguration speech, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be a rally-style speech just because it is the 4th of July, a national holiday. I do anticipate him striking a more neutral tone as opposed to, you know, appealing to his base or something like that at one of the rallies. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a very busy day for us. We're going to be bouncing around between the parade and the speech and preset and the whole, you know, everything. It'll be wild, but we are going to bring you guys uninterrupted content all day long. So don't go anywhere. You know where to tune into. Right Side Broadcasting Network. Interact with us on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at RSB Network, and we're on Facebook and YouTube at Right Side Broadcasting Network. Go follow us. Like a post, share a post, comment, whatever you want to do. Let us know you're watching. We love to hear from you guys. We will also be doing an Instagram giveaway. We said we were going to do one at 3,000 followers. Our Instagram kind of blew up when we were in El Paso recently and visited the border facility. So we're now on our way to 4,000. But we will still be doing the Instagram giveaway for 3,000 followers as promised. Make sure you're following us on there for details. Details are going to be coming probably tomorrow, so we'll let you know in a post how you can win and how you can. We have an awesome swag bag that Liz put together for you guys, personalized note and card from us. It'll be an awesome thing. You don't want to miss us. So go over there, follow us on Instagram, and stay tuned for details to come. Liz, what are your thoughts on tomorrow?
Thank you, Jordan. I'm excited for all the festivities. It is going to be a long day. We have preset pretty much before the sun comes up. So right now we're panning towards the Washington Monument. And we've got a beautiful start to a sunset coming up behind us. So we're really excited. Steamy sunset, as Jordan says. It is definitely hot out here, but it's beautiful. It's great to be in the nation's capital on the 4th of July. I'm excited that President Trump is hosting this. I have, last year, I missed 4th of July with my family as well to work for President Trump. So giving up a lot of holidays. But he had a rally in Montana. I believe it was last year. They're just like, these years are going by really fast, mixing together. But I believe it was a rally in Montana last year on the July 5th weekend. So great to be spending another 4th of July with President Trump. And we're excited to bring you this coverage mainly because a lot of networks have refused to carry it. So they're just totally dropping the President Trump, like his remarks, which is the Salute to America speech. So we're excited to be able to be a fair news network. I think this speech is really important because it's going to be a lot different than a campaign style speech, in my opinion. That's what I'm expecting. I don't think that we'll hear as much lock her up, despite, the crowds, they do like to hear it. But I'm expecting it to be more of a unifying speech discussing the history of our nation and how we became this great nation under God. So I am excited to see that. I hope that Dems are totally wrong about this politicizing the 4th of July. I don't think he is. I think it's solidifying and celebrating our independence. So I am excited, and I hope that tomorrow's speech goes well. It's truly a shame that the mainstream media news outlets don't feel the need to require a speech to the nation. It's literally like a State of the Union in a sense, and they're just not going to cover it. Probably because they know that the turnout's going to be great despite probably rainstorms. It's hot, it doesn't matter. These patriots always want to get out and see their president. So nothing abnormal here. It's a beautiful day in Washington, D.C., and I think tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day too. There are expected thunderstorms in the area, so we'll be on the lookout for those. But rain or shine, RSBN is here to bring you real news.
Yeah, that's a few great points Liz brought up. We are going to be here working all day on the 4th of July away from our families to make sure that you guys are brought the best, most uninterrupted content possible. I love Colorado. These guys are away from their families, but we want to be here to make sure you guys can see the full picture of what's going on if you aren't able to be in Washington, D.C. It's going to be an awesome event, as Liz mentioned, lots going on. We're going to cover it all, as I said previously. So be sure to tune in. It's going to be an awesome day. We're really excited for it. It's going to be a long day. But nonetheless, very rewarding. This is my first time spending the 4th of July in Washington, D.C., and with festivities like this, I'm really glad I'm not missing it because it will be something to behold. If you guys want to keep us on the road, there's a few ways you can do that. If you don't know, Right Side Broadcasting Network is 100% viewer donation funded. We don't take any large corporate money or any large special interests. It all comes from you guys, so we can keep it real and raw and uncut for you guys. If you want to donate to us, you can go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can also click the $ on the bottom left-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat. Leave us a message, leave us a donation. We'll be happy to respond. If you go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, you can donate via PayPal, a new feature credit card, or you can become a Patreon member. We're revamping Patreon very, very soon. It's going to be something that you guys are going to definitely want to be members of. It allows you to become a bigger part of the Right Side family. It's a monthly donation, so you don't have to enter your credit card information over and over again. It's a one-time thing. You go in there, you subscribe, you get some awesome perks, some exclusive perks. If you reach certain tiers, you get like a merch box or a swag bag, or whatever you want to call it, a personalized RSBN gear for you, and then exclusive content. We'll also be revamping that, as I mentioned, with new benefits, with new features, and of course, it's stair steps, so the more you donate per month, the more benefits and more access to us you get. So it's something you definitely want to go check out. We're really excited about Patreon and where it can go in the future through 2020, so that's something that you should definitely get in on the early end of to get some exclusive benefits. Bailee?
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. Jumping back to Liz's point, I do kind of want to mention, the president has gotten a lot of flack for having this event and the fact that he's scheduled to speak. He's bringing these tanks in. He's going to, have all these military flyovers. And at this point, it really is as though the Democrats are prioritizing their hate of the president over celebrating our independence, and I think that's really sad. We've come to a point where the left is so focused on, kind of painting the president to be this nasty figure and this horrible leader. And at this point, it's taking precedence over the 4th of July, which I think is absolutely absurd. I do kind of think it would be strange if the president wasn't going to speak during this event, given that it is, the 4th of July, Independence Day. So I think it'll be really interesting to hear what he has to say. He's gotten a lot of flack for people. He hasn't even spoken yet. And people have already been giving him flack for, politicizing this event. And at this point, it's just kind of crazy to me just because he hasn't given the speech, and I'm sure it will be a lot more apolitical than it normally is, as it should be, given that it's 4th of July. It should be unifying. It shouldn't be about partisanship or anything of that nature. So something really interesting to note. But also jumping back on Jordan's point, we really appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Like he said, we are completely viewer funded. We have a lot going on at Right Side right now. I'm currently working on my show, Promises Made, Promises Kept. Jordan has his weekly podcast where he dives into foreign hot topics and other domestic issues. And what's really important is the fact that we're gearing up for 2020. So we need more people, we need more resources, tools to make sure that we're on par with those mainstream networks. And that being said, we can only do that with your we can only do that with your support. So given that that's the case, we really appreciate those donations. We know, it means a lot when you give your hard-earned money to a good cause, but I can just personally tell you that if you support the president and his agenda, your money is going to a great cause, and we will bring you all of those rallies live, unedited, with our authentic commentary and frivolous nature. So, we're really excited. We love what we do here, and it's really been very rewarding. So my point is, we appreciate your donations. We know that that's really significant, and I think it's pretty incredible that you guys are the ones that have kept us here thus far. Is it 4 years? That right side?
A lot.
Yeah, we're going on 4.
Yeah, going on 4 years.
We did our 200th rally in the spring.
Okay, so the fact that we have been completely viewer funded for, nearly 4 years now is pretty incredible. So thank you guys immensely. Tomorrow is going to be a busy day. It's going to be a really exciting day, and we're really excited to bring that to you. Jordan, back to you.
Yeah, going off of those donations, we do have a few donation shout-outs we want to give. First to Real Gramps in Indiana, I guess. God bless the USA and RSBN. We in chat appreciate you all so much. Thank you. We appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to the moderators while we're talking about that. They do a phenomenal job of keeping the chat a family-friendly space where you guys can go and interact with each other, talk about politics, talk about whatever. We've seen all sorts of things talked about in the chat. So thank you to you for donating. Thank you for being a part of the Right Side family, and thank you for continuing for your continued viewership as we go into 2020. And do not miss tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. Liz.
Thank you, Jordan, and great job, Max, behind the camera with a beautiful shot of that Washington Monument. The streets are filled here in Washington, D.C. You can just see the bikers, the scooterers, everyone walking, running. It's a great, beautiful city. There's a lot of athleticism and people just outside, just kind of a healthy lifestyle. Bailee says there's a little bit of a California vibe, but it's a really nice city despite being a little swampy, if you know what I'm saying. We've had a great time here today. We flew in this morning, and after this we are going to rest up. This is our final show for this evening, and we just really wanted to answer any questions you guys might have, because we know that tomorrow is there's not like a set schedule because there's so many things going on. So like they mentioned earlier, we have the Blue Angels. We're going to have military forces from all over the United States, different branches of our military. We have speeches. We have a concert going on. President Trump's scheduled remarks at 6:30. Right Side will be bringing those to you, so we're excited about that. It's going to be an entirely packed day, so make sure that you are following us on our Twitter and our Instagram at RSB Network. Again, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at RSB Network to keep up with all things live. We post a lot of behind-the-scenes footage as well as things that are about to happen. So that's how you can stay tuned for tomorrow's festivities, and we will be on this channel on YouTube, youtube.com/Right Side Broadcasting Network. If you're wondering how to find it tomorrow, maybe you just clicked on it randomly today. So come back tomorrow. We're going to bring you anything and everything regarding the 4th of July in our nation's capital. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the super chat. We're going to be reading those out. We also will be reading any donations. Yeah, you can DM.
Instagram, wherever.
So let me know if you have any questions on the chat. Thank you to the moderators. Zach Sutton says hello to everybody here. But yeah, thank you to our moderators, our mod mom, our CEO, Joe Seals, who's back home at HQ. We hope that you have a great time with your family tonight. He's going to be able to spend some quality time with his family, watch some fireworks. So we're very happy for you. We think that'll be a nice time. And sending our love from Washington, D.C. One of these days, you're going to have to come on these trips with us and see what it's all about. No questions, you guys? Come on, you have to have questions about tomorrow. This is a freaking 4th of July. Over $2 million worth of fireworks were donated.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money of pyrotechnics, which is just the fanciest word for fireworks. Like, why? I don't know.
Explosive.
I like that word.
Pyrotechnics. Over $2 million worth of pyrotechnics have been donated for President Trump's salute to America. See? Anyone can be presidential. That's the easy part. Who am I quoting? Okay.
President.
Good job.
Okay, good job.
Yeah, good job. Lots of people walking in behind us. The sunset is setting on the Washington Monument. And it's been a beautiful day here. It's very hot. Please, if you're coming out tomorrow, wear sunscreen, wear light colors, some whites, loose fitting or breathable garments, and bring so much water, or at least have some cash on you to buy water, because
Sunscreen.
I said sunscreen.
We were parched. I mean, it's hot out here. Very, very hot. We were parched today, so make sure you get your water, because we went to Starbucks shortly after our previous broadcast, and needless to say, I think we were all very thirsty. So make sure you're prepared for tomorrow. It's going to be very warm, like Liz had mentioned, but nonetheless very exciting. I mean, we're still sweating right now, and it's, what time is it? Like 7:40. So it's toasty here. Nonetheless, we're very excited to be here. It's an honor to cover it. It's going to be crazy tomorrow, honestly.
Crazy.
I mean, it's different than a rally, so I don't really know what to expect, but looking forward to it.
I know.
Jordan?
I'm in the Twitter chat right now. We have a few questions. Somebody asked, where's Kevin? I don't know who Kevin is, but you wanted your question answered, so the answer is I don't know. Somebody else said...
Kevin, he was a reporter.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he's working in Savannah. He has a different job now, but he's always welcome back, so holler.
Oh. Kevin was before my time, so... Don't know, but shout out to you, Kevin, I guess. Somebody asked, where do I find you? I assume that means on social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at RSB Network, and YouTube and Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting Network. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, whatever, the whole 9 yards. You guys know the drill.
Word out.
As Diamond and Silk would say, sharing is caring. So make sure you share the posts or videos or whatever you like. Somebody asked, what time will it start tomorrow? I think the parade's at 11:30. Yeah, the parade's at 11:30 Eastern time. The President Trump's Salute to America remarks are at 6:30, and then I think fireworks are at like 9 p.m. ish. So it'll be an all-day affair. We'll be live for most of the day, of course, starting with the parade and then going through the fireworks. So all-day coverage from us here at Right Side. Somebody also asked, will tanks take Capitol before or after parade?
I want to say after, but I'm not. I can't.
I think they're in the parade.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they're here. Yeah, they're actually just down the road a little bit. They were like offloading at the parade beginning site. The parade start. So can't talk. I know. They were being offloaded last night and all through today. There are a lot of photos online of the tanks on the back of trucks and being offloaded on the trucks. So if you want to see what the tanks look like, go and Google those. But there's a whole variety of tanks that'll be in the parade, I assume, tomorrow. Let's see. Is Jordan single? I am single. Somebody asked, where's Kevin again? Savannah, apparently. Stay hydrated. We will. As Bailee said, we got super hot and toasty.
5 gallons of water tomorrow, honestly.
I know. I think they're providing water for us, which would be like a massive, a massive blessing. But we'll see. What time do you start covering? Probably 11:30 Eastern-ish, maybe a little bit before. So stay tuned on our Twitter and Instagram to be sure those exact times. Somebody says, thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. It's great to be here. Who's performing? I think there's a lot of different people. I know there's the Capitol concert as well taking place around 8:30 p.m. A few different singers there. I think the Army, various military bands will be performing. The President will be giving his speech. The Blue Angels will be performing. So it's a very multifaceted event. Lots going on. Lots of different people coming out and demonstrating their talents on the world stage. What do you think of America's Mechanic for a 2020 campaign slogan? America's Mechanic. Oh, because he's like fixing America? Oh, that's clever.
Oh.
America's Mechanic. Good one. I hadn't thought of that, but I like it. Somebody said, I'm so proud of you guys from my sweet home, Alabama. We'll be broadcasting this. Fake news won't. That's, why can't I think? Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's a great comment. We did mention that earlier, that a lot of mainstream media outlets will not be covering this. They believe that the president is trying to politicize an event that they believe has not been politicized before. However, it is the 4th of July, and I believe it would be strange if the sitting president of the United States does not give a speech. So we're all excited at Right Side Broadcasting to see just a grandiose speech at the Lincoln Memorial to discuss our nation, our history, and why we are the greatest country on this earth, and how we can keep it that way by keeping America great. So we're excited to be here. Once again, Brightside Broadcasting is totally viewer funded. That means we don't have any large investors who control what we say. That is why we can go live. We don't have to give you a lot of commercial breaks. We don't have to edit things, crop things. We're almost always live, unless it's Bailee's Rockin' Show, promises made, promises kept, which she does film in her studio and edit. But for the most part, when we're at events like this or rallies, we are live. So you're seeing real news. You don't have to worry about us manipulating something or trying to feed you false propaganda to believe a certain way. We present you the facts, what is actually going on, and we let you interpret those into whatever beliefs you want to make with them. So that's our job at Brightside Broadcasting Network, to deliver you real news. And in order to do that without having any investors, we have to be viewer funded. So all of our money comes from our viewers. So thank you so much to everyone who's donated. And if you're curious about how you can help Brightside Broadcasting be successful in the future, and by future, these rallies are coming up fast, you guys. There's a rally announced in just 2 weeks, roughly, on July 17th in Greenville, North Carolina. That'll be about a 7-hour drive from a lot of us in Atlanta. It's rental cars, technology. That's the biggest chunk of change. It's hotels, food, salaries for these awesome employees. It's really difficult keeping up with the mainstream media, and it's an uphill battle every single day. It's not easy when something's already cornered the market and you're just having to fight your way in and just knocking chunks off inch by inch to gain some ground. You guys, our viewers, are the reason that we are able to stand here today on the 4th of July in Washington, D.C., our beautiful nation's capital, and deliver you the real news. So because of your donations you've made in the past, we've made it this far. Now we're challenging you to help us get President Donald J. Trump re-elected in 2020. Make sure you donate so that we can get to every single rally between now and 2020, because we believe that it's important and it's our job as patriots to deliver the president's message. So go ahead and donate. You can do that by clicking the $ in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube Super Chat, or donate via PayPal by going to our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please let me know via Twitter or the YouTube Super Chat. We are super interactive, and we'd love to get back to you guys any way we can via social media.
That's a great point. Actually, ABC, MSNBC, and CBS will not be covering any of tomorrow's events or the Salute to America event being keynoted by the President of the United States. So we are out there. We're going to be covering it all so that the fake news and the mainstream media won't show you. We will, even though it's expensive, even though it's long, hard days, we're out here bringing you guys uninterrupted content. So your support really does mean a lot to us. We had another question say, we will be periscoping the parade. Yes, the parade, all the events tomorrow will be on all of our YouTube, or all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, as well as Diamond and Silks, I believe, as well. So if you guys are watching from any of those platforms, thank you so much for joining us. We want to welcome you. But yes, if you are using Periscope as your main point of viewership, we will be live there with the parade, the speech, the flyover, the fireworks, everything. So no matter what, we have you guys covered. Bailee, what are some of your thoughts on tomorrow, or what do you hope to see in D.C.? Oh, or actually, why don't you tell the viewers that a new thing we got to the White House today, for some of those that maybe didn't tune in earlier. Do you want to tell them about our White House experience? Sorry.
I'd love to. So we visited the White House today with credentials. It was super exciting, really an incredible experience. We were able to go see the press briefing room. We saw the White House for ourselves up close in person. That was incredible. It truly was quite a day. I don't know that it's exactly what I expected, just because I think today was a little bit of a slower day, being that a lot's going to go on tomorrow. Just my guess, I don't know that. But like if you look on the public schedule, the president and his cabinet didn't have too much going on. To our knowledge, that was on the public schedule, of course. So it did seem a little bit slow, but at the same time, it was still nonetheless very exciting to be there. When we arrived, I think you said the service member was standing outside the West Wing, meaning that the president was in there. Then when we left the press briefing room, he was gone, meaning that the president, we had just missed him at some point. He had left the West Wing, so that was kind of cool. Just to know that we were in the same vicinity. I mean, I fangirl in this city so hard. I just think it's so incredible to be here with, in the same vicinity as some of the most powerful and the most powerful people in the world. It's just absolutely incredible. Jordan?
Yeah, great points. It was my first time being I guess inside the White House complex. I've seen it before from outside on previous trips to DC, but having the chance to go in it obviously was a very unique, very cool experience, kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing. but to be able to go in the press briefing room was very cool. It was, a little different as for everyone else. It was just business as usual, even though for us it was our first opportunity. So it was different to see, but you see a lot of the people you see on TV walking around, producers, cameramen, photographers, the whole 9 yards were there, which was really cool. So unique experience. We'll be back there Friday. If the president has any public events scheduled, that are open press, we will be bringing you guys those live as well. We have a few more questions for those who are wondering. We will start streaming about 11:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. 11:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We may go live a little bit before that, but 11:30 a.m. Eastern is when the parade is slated to start. So that is where we'll be streaming. We'll be streaming that entire parade for you guys, which will be really cool. I'm really excited to see it. It'll be, again, like I said, my first time spending the 4th of July in D.C. And the parade should be probably something to behold. Should be very large. Lots of very impressive, honestly. I think it'll be very cool. See any more, looking for any more questions. What time does it start again? 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. Is Jim Acosta going to be pulling Trump's wagon? I don't know. I'm not really sure. We did not see Jim Acosta at the White House today. We have not seen him in a while. We saw him in a rally, quite a few rallies back. But he's kind of been flying under the radar, so I don't know if Jim Acosta will be pulling Trump's wagon. The president did ask him about his book in Japan, which was kind of an interesting discussion. So that there's also a funny one of the president, his comments to Jim Acosta after a question he asked was kind of funny, firing back at him. So I'd encourage you guys to go look that up. Could the parade take a detour and liberate New York City? I'm not sure. New York City is pretty liberal. Yeah, I know. Probably very unlikely. I think they're probably having a 4th of July parade in New York City as well, but obviously the president and the tanks won't be there, so it will not be as exciting. Right. But nonetheless, if you're in New York City and you're having your 4th of July parade, I hope you enjoy it. Bailee?
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. In case you just clicked on this link, we are here live from the Washington Monument with Right Side Broadcasting. I'm Bailee Byers. I'm here with Jordan Parker. We're really excited to be bringing you guys live coverage all day tomorrow of the President's Salute to America Independence Day celebration. It's going to be filled with military flyovers, fireworks, tanks, the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be really exciting, really crazy, and I think we're all looking forward to it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate your support. We couldn't be here without you. Very simply put, we just couldn't. So thank you very much. Liz, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'm going to hop on over to our Instagram and see if we have any messages or any new followers. So it looks like we do have a few new followers. Alish1301, if you're watching this, thank you for following Right Side Broadcasting Network. And also to Donna Moose and David Watkins. Cruise Girl 007 said she's so excited for tomorrow's coverage. A lot of cool interactions with you guys. Thank you so much for that. We have Proud Patriot 28, of course, always in there. Shout out to you. Heart is full. Lots of great interaction on there. Make sure you are following us on RSB Network, where we can privately interact with you guys and just show you some behind the scenes of what's going on. So it is currently 7:53 p.m. here in Washington, D.C. We are live with Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we're excited to be here. So are the gnats that are all over
I keep
the mall. We're not just, we're trying not to do that, but it's impossible. Steamy. It's a beautiful day. We've seen so many gorgeous buildings. The architecture around Washington, D.C. is one of a kind. If you get a chance to come up here, I definitely encourage it. And of course, the White House. So we're actually able to, you're not able to see it, but we are just about, if we scoot over to my left, like 10 feet, then I have a great shot of the White House. Just a stunning shot. It's lined up with tourists in the front of it. And hopefully you were able to see some of that today. If you weren't, we did go live from outside the White House where you have great footage. So go ahead and check that out. There are also just tourists coming in from, it looks like, all over the world to Washington, D.C. here. It must be to celebrate the 4th of July tomorrow. So you can expect President Trump to begin his remarks at 6:30 p.m. from the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good point. I have noticed too, it seems like people from all over the world have come here, and to maybe not everyone, has come to celebrate our Independence Day, but I think it's kind of interesting that, it does seem like there's a huge international population, at least right now. I've been to DC a couple of times, but I would say it's heightened right now. Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a large tourist hub. Obviously, there's tons of sites to see, tons of buildings, monuments, beautiful architecture, lots of museums too, the different Smithsonian museums. The Air and Space Museum is one of my favorites. The International Spy Museum, the Newseum, Holocaust Museum. The list goes on and on. You could really spend weeks here and never see the same thing twice. So this is a big destination for a lot of foreign travelers coming to the U.S. It's great to have them. We love that they're coming here to see our nation's capital. Unique opportunity. A lot of times, there's a lot of Americans that haven't even been able to come to D.C. So for people who are choosing to come to the U.S. and choosing to come to see Washington, D.C. is really cool to see. Very diverse, large international population we've seen around today. A lot of them are interested in the camera. They're taking photos, walking around, because this is a little bit unusual in some countries. Yeah, so very cool to see. We enjoy it. We have a fun time, and if you're watching internationally, welcome. I saw a comment earlier saying someone's going to be watching from the UK. That's awesome. Thank you so much. We wish you good luck with your politics over there and Brexit and all that jazz, because I know it's a complicated issue. But yes, for our viewers around the world, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. We hope you really enjoy the celebration tomorrow, as I know I'm very excited for it. Bailee?
Yeah, Jordan, I don't know about you, but when I first joined Right Side, I was kind of surprised by the international viewership that we have. What did you think about that?
Yeah, it was cool to see. I know that you can go to some of the analytics of the back, I don't even know what to call it. Yeah, I know. I call it like the
analytics king.
The back room of some of our social media and websites and stuff. And you can kind of pinpoint see locations where traffic is coming from, whether it's where they clicked on the website or like to tweet or something.
Right.
The analytics to me is very interesting, as Bailee mentioned. And yeah, we have viewers from all over the world. A lot of military personnel in the Middle East, or whether on different ships, Navy ships around the world. Australian viewers, Asia, Europe, New Zealand, the UK, really all corners of the globe. We have viewers that tune in or come to the website, or come to RSBN for their source of news and come for their coverage. So it's really cool to see that we're not having an impact, but having a reach around the world.
Right. Yeah, I think that's probably something that we don't realize in this business sometimes, is the amount of impact that we can have and the influence that we can have on people from all around the world. So it's something that it's a tool that we shouldn't, that we should be really grateful for, and obviously use to our benefit and to everyone else's benefit. So it's kind of interesting. And on a separate side note, being that it is 4th of July, on behalf of everyone here at Right Side, thank you to all that have served. This truly is a day to really recognize people in uniform, those that have served in the past. I'm a proud, soon-to-be wife of a Navy veteran. So proud of him and so proud of everyone who serves in our armed forces. Seriously, it's really incredible what everyone does, and we would not be celebrating, is it 243 years of independence? It's a lot. We would not be here without the people who sacrifice everything every day for our freedom. So thank you to everyone who has done that. We really appreciate it. Jordan?
Yeah, I think there's a flag I've seen. I know one of my roommates in a past life has had it, but it said like all gave some and some gave all, kind of a tribute to the military and people who have served who, they laid their lives down, put themselves second, and put the American people first. So we have the right to come out here and talk to you guys on camera, so people have the right to burn the flag like we saw earlier. So no matter which way you exercise your freedom of speech, your Second Amendment, whatever amendment you have, exactly, there are men and women around the globe each and every day, tens of thousands of them, putting their lives in harm's way just so you guys and all of us can be protected and are able to continue to enjoy the freedom that we do here in America. We're about to wrap up soon. Again, it's been a beautiful time here in Washington, D.C. It's just our first day, a lot more to come in the next 2 days. The Washington Monument behind us, the sun setting. Liz, I'm going to let you say your final thoughts.
Thank you. You guys know we'd be here forever, but that sun is getting the best of us and it's setting. So what do we do now? We're looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow here at Right Side Broadcasting Network. You can find our stream on our website, www.rsbnetwork.com, or just search for us on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, or Twitter. You can also find us on Instagram at RSB Network. Don't forget to donate, as we will be covering tomorrow's 4th of July Salute to America speech by President Trump, which I don't think any of the mainstream media outlets are going to be covering. If not, we'll get one or two. But for the most part, Right Side is your place to be. You can tell it by the name, right? Tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're showing you guys everything. We're going to be interviewing the patriots, the non-patriots on the streets. We're going to be showing you the speech, the flyovers, burning a flag if we see it, as much as I'm probably just going to close my eyes. But good night, everyone. Thank you for donating, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Good night,
Good night, and God bless.